What a night, though, yesterday. A fantastic night around the association. We start with LeBron and company in Toronto. The thriller in LeBronto.
Yeah.
So let's flash back here to LeBron. This was the last time LeBron scored fewer than 10 points. An 8-point effort against the Bucks. That was 1,297 games ago for the King. Now, look at the guys on the floor back then. So let's go back to Thursday. LeBron, guarded by Kyler Murray-Boyles, who was only a year old back in 2007.
That's wild.
He gets swatted here. LeBron does by Murray-Boyles. Next, in the second, LeBron on the perimeter, picked up by Scotty Barnes, who was 5 when LeBron last scored under 10. Barnes contests LeBron's shot. And the first time in LeBron's career is held scoreless in the first quarter, minimum of 5 field goal attempts. Let's go to Austin Reeves.
Hello.
He went to work, third quarter 3. Less than a minute later, a deep one, Chiney.
Masterful control of the game and ultimate playmaker right here, right on time. And look at this, the pivots, the Hail Mary prayer answer.
I mean, sometimes better to be lucky than good on that one. But either way, third quarter, 22 points for Austin, 5 of 6 shooting, while 9 of 11 from the charity stripe. All right, let's get back here to LeBron. Muscles his way inside here.
Freight train.
Yep. Choo-choo. LeBron up to 8 points. Just over a minute left, still tied. LeBron tries to turn around. Barnes is there for the block, though. Raptors on the other end. Brandon Ingram finds himself wide open for 12 feet.
Oh, man.
He hits it. Raptors up 2.
It's a good Raptor squad.
Yep, check this out, though. Austin Reeves brings it up. LeBron already walking up the floor thinking the Lakers are going to call timeout. J.J. Redick trying to get the officials' attention, but Reeves takes it down.
Like, this is crazy.
Tease him.
That sums up his season so far.
10 seconds left. Reeves draws the double here. He finds LeBron.
Oh,
LeBron
my gosh.
in the paint to the corner to Rui for the win. Nails it.
Hey. What a
Rui,
moment.
his first game winner.
And look at the team celebrating with him. Big shot.
Was Drake there?
The King finishes with 8 points to end the streak. Just incredible stuff there. LeBron's 8-point game puts an end to one of the most remarkable streaks in professional sports history, as I mentioned earlier. 1,297 consecutive NBA regular season games with at least 10 points. James still has more NBA Finals appearances, 10, than he does with games fewer than 10 points scored in his career. J.J. LeBron talked about the streak after Thursday's game.
I think it's January 5th, 2007, a streak of whatever it is, 1,297 games. LeBron is acutely aware of how many points he has, at that point, and like he's done so many times in his career. And I remember him getting ridiculed for it early on when he would make the right play and his teammate would shoot the game winner. He did it like he's done so many times. And, just knew it was good as soon as it left Rui's hands.
Now that the streak has ended for you, what feelings did you have, if any? What about it you did?
None. We won.
1,297. If LeBron James' legendary double-digit scoring streak had to come to an end, I couldn't have imagined a more perfect way. I mean, literally like a thug tear came down my face watching this happen. Let's break down the ultimate LeBron-esque play. So here we go. Reeves is going to demand 2 because he's cooking all night. LeBron is calm, and all the young hoopers, look at this right here. When people go to your teammate, keep your hands up. Stay ready. He draws the entire squad, and this is where he had an opportunity to keep the streak alive. Nice little pin and screen. Instead, this is what makes LeBron James great. His unselfish nature, on time, on target, huge win. I know a lot of people might be sad to see the streak come to an end. All good things come to an end, but still, the good news is that clearly LeBron James is still moving up the charts in a different category. Most wins as a player, tied with Robert Parrish, Wow Legends, and of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He is chasing that record. So yeah, that ended, but it's still a great summation of what makes LeBron James one of the greatest ever.
Oh, no question about it, Chiney. George Sedano in for Malika Andrews, Chiney Ogumake, the Hall of Famer Mark Spears, David Dennis Jr. with us here as well. So LeBron, I mean, he made that night, okay? He made that play. It was an incredible play, an incredible finish, but an incredible streak also over. So, David, the way it ended, what stood out to you?
Well, my wardrobe color twin there, George, thank you for tossing to me. Like, that was when we talked about LeBron before, what he was going to fit in with the Lakers. I said that he would be a Super Saiyan Draymond version. Sinead said that was LeBron-esque, but that was also Draymond-esque, coming off of a double team, finding the wide open guy. This is a LeBron James that we have never seen before. He started the game trying to be aggressive without Luka there, trying to score, could not get those first 5 shots up against those long arms. They go into a pick and roll where Reeves gets in the ball. LeBron James has made 33 shots this season. 19 of them have come off a pass from Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. He's dribbling the ball less. His usage rate is lower than it's ever been, but yet he is causing chaos on those back screens, on those back cuts. And when you combine that with two dudes who can score 40 points on any given night, you have a recipe for an offense that is pretty tough for any defense to figure out. And that a lot of that is what LeBron James is doing. Don't, just think about the points. Think about 11 assists, 0 turnovers last night. That is the recipe for success for that Lakers offense.
Yeah, the 0 turnovers was huge, right? Now, Mark, he clearly made the right play. I don't think there's any question about it. He always makes the right play. I will agree with LeBron when he says that, and JJ said the same thing. But he scored 84 points through 6 games. What are you seeing right now from a scoring perspective?
An old movie moment comes to mind. You remember Duke, Rocky's manager, when he yelled out, "He's a man, he's not a machine," when he was talking about Drago.
When he cut Drago.
When Drago got cut.
He bleeds.
Is LeBron finally bleeding, right?
It's an old movie reference.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's been a machine for so long, whether it's been his health, whether it's been his play. He's 15 days away from being 41, still being able to just play in this game is incredible. But this is the first time where I see him being human, not playing in training camp, not playing in back-to-backs, as will be the case tonight in Boston, as it appears. 4th in scoring, struggling to get to 10 points. That's not the machine that we're accustomed to seeing. It's a small sample size. I'm not saying he's becoming mortal, but I'm watching this. And even if he becomes mortal, it's okay. This is Satchel Paige, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pele, Tom Brady kind of stuff that he's doing. But this is the first time I'm starting to see a little chink in his armor.
And it's okay. I always tell, a lot of people ask us, where do we put LeBron James, especially at this point in his career, 40 years old? And I say, if you finish the game, not saying he's going to do it anytime soon, but if you finish the game, you're 41, 42, and a billionaire, and you have that type of...
He's
won. He's won. I said this a couple weeks ago, and I wish we could run it back. This is the absolute perfect position for LeBron James to be in. To have 2 guys, and Luka Doncic, who, is he leading the league in scoring?
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, who is probably most improved in that conversation. Right. 2 tremendous scorers and facilitators, and now you just operate, as DDJ said, on the backside, where you have probably the guy with the highest IQ, the most unguardable skill set from maybe like a advantage perspective, where you have 3-on-2s, knowing how to make the right play, and then also just get back to his own game. I know that, from personal experience, when you miss, early season training camp, or you miss early practices and you miss early games, it's hard to just jump right back into the swing of things.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's hard to jump in. Like, it's not an easy transition for anybody. Mind you, he is 40.
Right.
So I think this is what we expect. And if he can make those winning plays, that's all you need him to do.
So I think for years, and I'm not trying to throw any shade at AD or anyone, but for years we heard like, hey, AD needs to be the guy. AD needs to be the guy. And there was a camp also that felt like LeBron maybe was reluctant for that to be the case. I don't think at all. He was always very vocal about AD being the guy. Now, to your point, he's got the guy in Luka. And by the way, he's got a top 10 scorer in Austin Reeves, too, who's balling out.
It's unbelievable, too, because DDJ, you brought up the great point, 11 assists, 0 turnovers, right? His team is 14-0 in those circumstances when he gets over 10 assists and 0 turnovers. And if he's that guy for the Lakers, they're that much better. They just have to work on the supporting cast pieces.
Right. To Janae's point, Mark, you're telling me that maybe arguably the smartest basketball player in the history of the sport has all these tools at his disposal. I think that's a recipe for success.
One final comment.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you first.
No, and when you're that old, I want somebody to help me out, man. like if I don't have to carry the whole thing, you got to get the young boys to carry your bag sometimes.
I just wanted to do a little temperature check.
Yeah.
When we saw the streak ended, how did you guys feel? Because I actually was like, oh, but then I was like, oh my God.
Nah.
It was like Hollywood.
The way it ended was perfect.
Thank you.
It could not have ended better, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Overall, it was an incredible night for the Lakers, but obviously, you know, our crazy producers were wondering what was going on in the world back in January of 2007. Well, get this. LeBron James had 0 final appearances at that point, right? Now he has 10. Kevin Durant was a freshman at Texas.
Wow.
Stephen Curry was a freshman at Davidson hanging out with David Dennis Jr. Only 3 current players.
What goes that again? Say it again.
He was hanging out with David Dennis Jr. All right. There were only 3 current players
But was he, though?
who were in the NBA at the time. LeBron James, Chris Paul, and Kyle Lowry. The iPhone had not been released yet, the original one.
What do we have? Blackberries?
Yeah. Or what was the one that
dope.
D-Wade used to
Was
use?
it razors?
No, what was the D-Wade used to
Flip
use?
phone?
That flip phone.
That's a razor.
No, it was something else. Anyway, all right.
What else
The
we
top song, Irreplaceable by Beyonce, and LeBron was also number 438 on the all-time scoring.
doubt,
So
Me.
this made my day. So basically, we're saying LeBron is Beyonce, Beyonce, LeBron, greatness, generations. Here for that. Here for that.
Yeah. All right, so David, what were you up to in 2007? I mean, you must have been clearly hanging out with Steph, I'm assuming, somewhere.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
You look the
look
same.
at that.
What's going
Step
on?
practice.
Where'd that hair go?
586 Fraternity Incorporated. Getting ready for, I wasn't playing hooping. I was just doing a little step practice out there. Davidson College, junior year, Davidson College. You know, watching Sports Center, watching ESPN. You know, had dreams of doing
thought
what we're
that
doing
was a
right now.
crossover.
That's what I was doing. Leaning and rocking with it.
You had a little fro.
Partying like a rock star,
Yeah.
doing all that stuff. Little baby fro.
Yeah, man. He can still do those dance
What were
moves,
you
too.
doing?
Yeah.
I was working at the Denver Post. I was covering the Nuggets. That was my last season covering the Nuggets before. Looked the same.
You look
though.
the same. There's a
You know,
common thread
the
between
hair was
you
a
know
little
what I'm
darker.
saying?
But I was leaving to Boston at the end of that season. But I was in LA that day, and Kobe didn't score that well either.
Oh, girl, look at you.
So mind you, this was probably like my junior year. I was actually a freshman, sophomore in high school. So that's kind of crazy. Cypher High School, BFND, baby. Baby Nay.
What were
Where
you
was
ranked in?
George?
What were you
I was
ranked?
in Miami. I was working already in sports radio back then. So, but I couldn't find a picture for 2007.
I know.
My phone didn't go back that far. All right, coming up. Mothers last night in Philly. We'll pick it up late here. Minute and a half to play. Sixers down 2. Tyrese Maxey spins inside for the layup. Sixers within 1. Next Warriors possession. Pat Spencer from the wing. He nails the 3. He had a big triple-double. Next Sixers possession. Quentin Grimes.
Let him know.
Oh, Pat needs to keep talking. Sorry, my bad, Pat. Here's Quentin Grimes on the drive. There it is. Hoop in the harm. After the free throw, Sixers within 1. 10 seconds left. Warriors
What a
inbounding.
bad inbound pass. A bounce pass to 2 different guys.
Yep, VJ Edgecombe dives on it. Nick Nurse gets the timeout. Then, get this, Maxey. He throws up the shot.
Who has my
But
back?
Edgecombe right there to finish. Now watch this. Warriors trying to go down the field. Baseball pass. Maxey with the block.
Bye-bye.
Incredible stuff, Sinead. Break it down for me.
Oh, man, what a play. Look this right here. I mean, the extension here to be able to stay present is completely wild.
What a great win there for Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers. Thursday night was Tyrese Maxey's 9th 35-point game of the season. That's already his career high in a season. The only player in the NBA with more 35-point games this season, Luka Doncic, with 10. All right, Janae, what was your biggest takeaway?
That final play? I have to dive into it more because Tyrese Maxey is one of the most explosive, shiftiest guards and players in the NBA. He's currently 3rd in scoring, but watch this right here. Because he averages 32.6 points per game, he's going to take the final shot. I love that the Rook had his back, put it in, but he stays present. He is literally in the stands, but then stays present and runs down the floor. How far does he run? 74 feet. That's what he covered. And then it's the extension, it's the explosion, the max vert of 38 or so inches. That is wild to me to see someone that has really been the franchise in the way that we expected other players to be, but he's embraced it. He's increased his game. He's developed, and he's committed to both ends of the floor.
Mark, what stood out to you from a Warriors perspective?
How much time we got? I told not much.
Yeah.
They played a lot of road games, and Draymond said that's had an effect on the team. Draymond's injury, Steph's injury, Jimmy's injury. Horford not being on the floor, Pods taking a step back, Kuminga taking a step back. Just a lot going wrong in Warriors world.
David?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the 76ers here and the other guy, not just Maxey, it's VJ Edgecombe. The way that he started this season was on fire, 30-point games, 25-point games, but then he comes back down to earth and finds other ways to win. Defensively, getting that steal. He's been a great defender thus far in this season, and then going in and getting that rebound. This is the type of stuff that, creates longevity beyond just the scoring that you had at the beginning of the season. Now, on the Warriors side, the problem is not just the old guys. The old guys are doing okay. Jimmy, Steph, and Draymond together, plus 13 when they're on the court together. It's the fact that Pods, Kuminga, and those guys are not picking up the slack, and that is putting some wear and tear on that Warriors team. That's some of the stuff that's going wrong, as Mark is saying.
Yeah, we'll see what the Warriors look like. There's still a long way to go here, but they need Steph back in a big, big way. All right, we had a lot of action last night around the association. Let's go coast to coast. Starting with some good news in Orlando, Paolo Banchero is set to make his return for the Magic tonight against the Heat. Banchero had missed 10 straight games with a left groin strain, Magic winning 7 during that stretch. Mark, what should we expect from Paolo tonight?
Well, Paolo will be in a minutes restriction. I think from watching, he's learned a lot. They've been successful without him. And I think to keep that success going, Paolo's got to be Paolo, but I think they got to move the ball collectively instead of guys just going one-on-one.
Next up, we'll go to the Jazz. They were in the house in Brooklyn. Utah overcame a 15-point deficit, led by Lauri Markkanen and Keontae George combining for 59 points in the game. Janae, are we sleeping on the Jazz?
Oh, absolutely. We are, but this is what you expect when you have young stars that are trying to make their names. Keontae George has been one of the best stories so far of the NBA this season, and also one of our producers is a big Jazz fan, so I feel like he's just trying to constantly troll me. But Lauri Markkanen, the versatility of those two, they complement each other perfectly. Go Jazz.
Yeah, Will Hardy's got them guys playing. All right, finally, the Timberwolves were in New Orleans, and so was our guy Kendrick Perkins. I don't know if you saw him there, but it was the Timberwolves night, highlighted by Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, and a great slam dunk by Jaden McDaniels. David, are the Timberwolves starting to hit their stride?
Yeah, they're starting to sort of coalesce into something here. They were struggling earlier trying to figure out a point guard situation. Anthony Edwards just caught fire in these last few games. It's good to see them get a big win when he's not scoring a bunch of points.
Pickett, corner, Rui to win the game, and James gave him the basketball. He always makes the right play. What a thrill tonight.
I'll just make the right play. That's all that matters. Win, lose, or draw. You make the right play. The game guys will always give them back to me, no matter if it was a win or loss or whatever. That's just how I was raised, and that's how I always play the game.
LeBron James' streak of 1,297 games with at least 10 points ended Thursday. To put that streak into context, here's some NBA legends whose careers lasted less than LeBron's streak. By the way, Danny Green's career lasted 832 games, and LeBron never scored fewer than 10 points while Danny was in the NBA. It's been almost 19 years, so let's look back at the NBA on January 5th. 2007, the last time LeBron didn't score double-digit points. Kevin Garnett's Timberwolves were in Philadelphia, and KG would hit his third of 5 career game-winning buzzer beaters in a 25-point, 14-rebound performance. Then on January 5th, future Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki and Tim Duncan, they went head-to-head. Nowitzki scored 36 points in a 5-point win, but the Spurs would go on to win the title that year, sweeping LeBron's Cavs. Where was Lakers head coach J.J. Redick, a 22-year-old rookie for the Magic, dropping 8 points in a win over the Bobcats? For the record, J.J.'s Magic won 2 out of 3 against LeBron that season. All right, strong chance that LeBron's double-digit point streak will stand the test of time. Again, only 24 players have played that many games, I mentioned earlier. This one will likely be like Bill Russell's 11 championships, Wilt's 50.4 points per game in 61-62, or maybe his 100-point game, or 55-rebound game. John Stockton and his more than 15,000 career assists, or even Steph Curry's 4,133 three-pointers, and of course, still counting. So the Lakers in Boston tonight, taking on the Celtics. Our Dave McMiniman joins us here now. All right, Dave, what's LeBron's status for tonight?
George, he's listed as doubtful with both the sciatica that kept him out the 14 games to begin the season, and arthritis in his left foot. Obviously, we just saw a back-to-back scenario last week with the Lakers where LeBron only played in one leg. It's trending towards that going in the same direction. But let's talk a little bit more about what happened last night in Toronto. I had a source close to LeBron tell me when he made that play where he passed to Rui Hachimura in the corner, it was the kid from Akron going out the same way he's always played the game, playing unselfishly. And it takes me back to his first season with the Lakers back in 2018, almost 7 years ago to the day, where he has the ball late in the game. He's at the peak of his powers at this point. He finds Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with a kick-out pass, potential to try to win the game there. LeBron could have tried to score there, but the better pass was finding Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Just like last night, he could have tried to force the issue, take Emmanuel quickly, a smaller player inside. He found a wide-open Rui Hachimura for the three, and the Lakers kept that momentum going. A good start to this East Coast road trip because, again, with no LeBron tonight and obviously some other challenges for their lineup, they need to stack wins while they can.
Yeah, and again, LeBron playing a season-high 36 minutes yesterday, Dave, in that game against Toronto, and empowering his guys for sure, trusting Rui Hachimura. But let's talk Luka Doncic now, who's out for personal reasons. When are the Lakers expecting him back?
Yeah, George, I was told when he spent his time initially away from the team for these personal reasons that they expect him to miss 2 to 3 games. So tonight would be the second game. The Lakers stay on the East Coast. They play the Philadelphia 76ers on Sunday. That would potentially be the third game. Then there's a 3-day gap between the Sixers game and their next game at home, a NBA Cup quarterfinals game against the San Antonio Spurs in Los Angeles. So certainly by that point, they expect to have him back. The Philly game is still up in the air.
All right, Dave, thank you so much. Appreciate it, brother.
You got it.
All right, there he is, our Dave McMiniman. Here's the best records in the NBA since November 12th. Boston Celtics doing their thing. Everyone left them for dead, it felt like, when Jason Tatum tore his Achilles. But credit to Jaylen Brown, Joe Mazzulla, and everyone. The Celtics own the NBA's best offensive efficiency and third highest net efficiency, only behind the Thunder and the Rockets. So, unfortunately, it looks like no LeBron tonight in Boston. And these two teams, red hot right now. We mentioned the Celtics earlier. We saw what the Lakers have been doing here. So, Chiney, what's impressed you most, though, about the Celtics to this point?
That their system, as my earrings are like going everywhere, that the system is still thriving. It's still working. If there's one word to describe Joe Mazzulla, I'd say an enigma. But it works to his advantage because he has the guys believing that they still are capable, and they absolutely are more than capable. They're exceeding expectations. I'm talking about, during this 8-2 run of the last 10 games that they've done really well. Not only do they have the best offensive efficiency in the NBA, they've made the most threes, and JB has averaged 30 points per game. And so it doesn't matter who their opponent is. They're going to trust their system. They've bought into it, and it's actually working no matter who's to their left or to their right.
On December 17th, I sat with Joe Mazzulla while I was eating the Grain Bowl, unbothered for lunch. And no Porzingis, no Horford, no Holiday, and obviously no Tatum. And he didn't care. He's just like, what, we only supposed to play when we have a good team? No. He believed that their team was going to be great anyway. He believes if they play tough on both ends of the court and pay attention to detail that they'll still win. And now they've won 8 of their last 10 games. So, I think right now he's doing an amazing coaching job under the circumstances. He didn't answer when I asked him about Tatum, though, in his future. So we'll see there, too, later on.
This is not just 8 of the last 10. Look at who they've beaten. They've beaten the Pistons. They've beaten the Cavs. They've beaten the Magic. They've beaten the Knicks. And, Chiney talked about Jaylen Brown and his score in the 40-point games. Pritchard had 40-point game against the Cavs. But look at these other dudes at the beginning of the season look like creative players. There's Walsh, Gonzalez, Minot. These guys who you did not think about who are contributing defensively, helping them with the rebounds, and who are people that Jaylen Brown and Pritchard can trust to get the ball down low. They're humming on all cylinders in a way that I, quite frankly, did not expect. And I know, Mark, you didn't get an answer about Tatum. But if Tatum comes back, the East needs to watch out for the Celtics squad.
Yeah, I would say they need to watch out right now, to what we've already seen and what Chiney and Mark and you have already discussed. All right.
I don't really like the smiling and the giggling and all that. I'm a competitor, man.
And some words exchanged with Brooks.
I poke bears. I don't respect no one.
Brooks by Green. but he also is going to push it to the edge of physicality. He's known as a dirty player.
Whatever they're saying on the broadcast, they can keep saying it.
Brooks running. Brooks to the rim. Dylan the villain taking over the game in downtown L.A.
He likes people that to bow down. I don't bow down, so.
Now the leak out, and Brooks is all alone. Dylan Brooks owning Los Angeles.
Dylan Brooks has stepped it up for the Suns this year, on pace for career highs in points per game, field goal percentage, and steals per game. And the only player shooting better in the mid-range with at least 50 attempts this season is Donovan Mitchell. Here's Malika Andrews with Dylan.
George, thank you. We now welcome in Suns forward Dylan Brooks. Dylan, thank you so much for making the time.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it, especially because you have the Suns off to a 13-9 start. It's one of the best stories of the season so far. Can you tell us the secret? What's allowed you to get off to this strong start here?
Got a lot of great players on our team. We've been working since September, to start off fast, to get the chemistry going. We're all new in Phoenix, so, and then just having the mentality of that dog, that fight, that grit, so to battle in every single game.
Well, speaking of that dog, that fight, that grit, after your win against the Lakers, J.J. Redick said, quote, if you don't play hard against that team, you're going to get exposed. And I think that you can extrapolate that out to not just your team, but to you specifically. How much pride do you take in bringing that hard style of play to each and every game?
All the time, and to every single one of my teammates. They know they got to bring it or else I'm going to yell and bark at them. In this league, it's a lot of pretty stuff, a lot of cute stuff, and that's not my brand of style, and I know that can ultimately make you lose games. So, the dogs and playing hard and playing the right way, gets you wins day in, day out.
I want to bring in someone who knows that bark maybe firsthand. My friend and yours, your former teammate, Danny Green, who's here with us.
What's good, twin? You all right? I see you. Did you know when the trade happened that you'd have to get into your bag more this year? What's going on, bro? You was working on some things this summer?
I was a little happy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was like, I get a second chance at it. Just expanding my role. And then this whole summer I've been working, for the past 2 summers actually, I've been working. So I knew I'd be able to get a chance to showcase my talent, like you said, my bag, and it's showing out in these games.
We see it, bro. We see it. It's definitely showing. And, I know when I was in Memphis with you, that Dylan the villain role that mantra or category people put you in. And I knew before becoming your teammate, people would say, he's a guy you hate to play against but love to play with. And I learned that as we became close in Memphis. Tell me about your transition of trying to either steer away from that or take that on as you've left Memphis and now in Phoenix.
I've been taking it on. It's like what Kobe said. Having the black mamba in between the lines and, being Kobe Bryant, outside of the line. So I've been living that. It's been giving me a lot of, energy, clarity. And, when I come between those lines, it's about, just the Dylan the villain, being who I am and expressing, every single facet of my game.
Do you like the nickname Dylan the villain?
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. It rhymes.
It does. It rhymes, and we like
when
that.
When a nickname rhymes, it should be pretty good.
Yeah, Danny, do you think it fits? Do you think getting to know him in a different way?
For sure. Again, in the locker room, outside the court, he's a different guy. So, I've got a chance to know him and see him grow. Bro, you're doing some good things. So I want to say I'm proud of you because I'm not like your uncle, your father.
Well, I mean,
but you're doing some good things, bro. It's good to see you representing in a good evil twin fashion.
I didn't know that Danny and you were evil twins until yesterday. I learned this just the other day. Do you enjoy? Because Danny was saying it's not necessarily that you go into a game saying, nope, this is who I'm targeting. I'm going to get under their skin. It just sort of happens. Is that the way that it is for you?
Yeah, it's like the matchup, that I take on, and then whoever wants to start talking, I love it. But then I already know I'm getting the upside. I come from like a group of my boys that all, talk the talk. So my skin is, tough as nails, and I can't wait to, whoever wants to, talk with me can try.
Well, somebody that we have seen try, who you are facing, is Ime Udoka and the Houston Rockets. What can we expect in that matchup?
I want to see that smoke, D.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be a great battle. They got us the first time, but I'd rather, get them over there in H-Town for sure.
Before we let you go here, Dylan, very, very important question. I heard from sources, a.k.a. Danny Green, how often are we getting the hair braided? Is it before every game so we're keeping it this fresh?
In Memphis, it was before every game.
Every game.
But now I kind of tone it down a little bit. But it's I would say
once a week.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's still a lot, but yeah.
But we got to keep it fresh. We got to keep the baby hairs laid. This is very, very important.
Yes.
Dylan Brooks, thank you so much for taking the time with us here on NBA Today. We appreciate you.
Good luck, my dog.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, the Suns are currently in 7th place in the Western Conference, just a game and a half from getting out of the play-in spots. It's worth noting, however, that the Suns have the second hardest remaining schedule in regards to the rest of the season in the NBA. It's now time for Shoot Your Shot, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. These are the 3-player props, all available on DraftKings. This is what I'm hot on today. So I'm going to ride Norman Powell again, because I've already ridden him once. Over 24.5 today against the Magic. Call Anthony Towns, big cat, against the Jazz.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Over 24.5. And then Jalen Johnson back in the lineup, hopefully, today.
Statement.
That's easy.
Over 21.
Come on.
Yeah, snitch. Man, that's the worst feeling where you're 2 points. I'm right there.
Got hurt so bad on that.
Number 4, Bron on the Bucks.
And this is part
Mo
of it.
Williams, his former teammate.
Wow.
That's embarrassing.
Before being his teammate.
Ooh.
I can't say that.
Yo.
Fires up LeBron and
He
the crowd.
hit that. He smacked that.
That's when Mo said, I got to go join him.
He said, you know what? If you can't beat him, join him.
Number 3, MJ. Against the Bulls. Woo!
That might be the greatest one.
Sorry, Ron Mercer.
That might be the greatest one.
Yeah, that's two-handed. Pin on the backboard.
Yeah, Ron.
I mean,
That's crazy.
2 hands?
Yes.
Is that T-Lou?
I was in the building for this one.
Okay.
John LA, 2022.
Take us through it.
For Avery Bradley.
Oh.
Oh, that's when his head hit the corner of the backboard, and he said he had to adjust his head because he was jumping that high. Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yep.
Yeah, his head in the front.
Yep. And number 1, Ant-Man saves the day in Indy.
Oh, it was yes.
That might be the best.
I was so scared when he fell, but I was like, this guy's bionic.
That's incredible.
Ant-Man.
That's pretty interesting.
Yes, Sasuke!
What it do, baby?
I got 5 kids.
I ain't scared of nobody.
It's so cool.
Every basket I have to earn with meat.
What? Damn.
All right, it's Friday, so let's have some fun. It's our hit game. Who said that? We're going to take a look at some quotes that caught our attention, and our esteemed contestants here will answer who said that.
I'm winning. Yes.
So here's our,
Hey.
I mean, you are winning, but you only got 20%.
Looky me here.
So there is that.
I'm
Nobody
winning.
else is playing.
This does not matter. I am winning. Today.
Now, I am not.
Change right now.
I am not playing in this game because I know the answers. Okay.
So why don't you just give me the first?
Okay. So first up, Chanae.
I'm nervous.
Who said, quote, to be honest, I jumped in the ocean today and went to the beach. Anytime you touch the earth, it just gives you energy. Was it A, Luka Doncic, B, Tyler Hero, or C, Klay Thompson?
Okay, we know that there's a new captain of the boat, SS Stallion, so I'm going to go with the one that I'm thinking, Klay Thompson. Please. Klay, you never fail me. You never fail me. I'm a streaker.
That was easy.
And what's the beach? Anytime you touch the earth, just gives you energy.
That was a reasonable one. Yes. I'm still at the top.
He got a boat.
Right.
Y'all are fighting for second
But
place.
Tyler Hero plays on South Beach, so and Luka plays in LA.
But we're giving the guy
You
who's
ain't getting no water in the
yeah.
Pacific Ocean, though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Shout out to Klay.
It's hot in Miami, though. The water's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up for David. All right, David, who said this? Quote, we just got to get the right lineups on the court. I guess get some more talent, play with better talent, and see what happens. Was it A, Zach LaVine, B, Kawhi Leonard, or C, LaMelo Ball?
That sounds like a thing LaMelo might say. Park the teammates a little bit close to under the bus, kind of maybe, but it feels like a LaMelo thing.
Survey says, no, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, famously.
Got to get the right lineups on the court, I guess. Get some more talent, play with better talent, and see what happens.
See, you should have been watching Monday's show, David, because we had the quote on the air. So there you have it. Yeah, so Kawhi calling out the organization, the team, who knows, everybody it seemed like. But then he took it all back. So
Then
anyway,
what happened? Chris Paul.
Next up, then Chris Paul was
Wish
gone.
they could take more back.
For Mark, here's the quote. One of my teammates went over to his house and we had candied yams. I felt bad the next day, but it was definitely worth it. That bleep was good. Was it A, Chet Holmgren, B, Miles Turner, or C, Steven Adams? It's Mark?
Steven Adams.
That is correct.
Yeah, it's
It is
cultural.
Steven Adams. All right.
One of my teammates, I went to his house and we had candied yams. So I felt bad the next day, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. That's good. Real good.
Welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's our side.
Yeah. Now, we don't have time for the last one, do we?
Yeah,
No, we're done. Yeah, sorry, guys.
it's okay. We did
So
well.
now I'm winning.
But you got,
redeemed
yeah, you
myself.
are. You're
No, you're
1 for
not.
1. He's got better percentage than you right now.
Allegedly winning. Allegedly.
But she helped me cheat because
We know it's cultural. You know what I'm saying? It was like candy yams.
Yeah, but he was
like,
from the Rockets. You got excited, so I knew.
Oh, you knew. That's how
It was your body gave it away.
Yeah.
I was like,
your expression.
There's one place you go
All
get
right,
candy yams.